right, welcome to Primos for Life, the wrestling podcast made for the fans, by the fans. Como siempre, yo soy Eddie, el niño vaque. We got Ariel, the Ecuadorian dream bisueta, and we are your self-proclaimed, undisputed co-host tag team champions of the world. And in tonight's episode, we're joined by the inspirational Rozé, a proud Dominican and Puerto Rican wrestler making major waves in the Florida wrestling scene. Repping Storytellers out of Orlando, and he's already holding championship gold. He brings pride, power, and pure inspiration to the ring. So, como siempre, sit back, grab a snack, and let's get it on! What's going on, man?
What's going on, Primos? What's going on?
What's going on? ¿Cómo estás, man? ¿Todo bien?
Tranquilo, ya tú sabes.
Yeah, there you go. Look at that championship belt, though. What?
Yeah. He knows what he's doing. He's like, I got it here, man. The way I said, yeah. I mean, I got to put him out there, of course.
You know, first ever Phoenix Crown champion. I got to represent.
There you go. Look at that. No, that thing is beautiful. That looks like that AEW belt. Like, yeah, just with the.
It's the same design. They just made it like as big as the original World Heavyweight Championship.
Yeah.
So, nice. Yeah, you know, gotta set the standard for being the first one ever.
There you dig go. It, man. Dig it. That's dope, man. That's dope as hell.
Yeah, thank you, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah, brother. Rozé, well, listen, let's take this opportunity to thank you. Thank you so much for coming onto the show, to spending some time with us and giving us the opportunity to let all of our primos know and get to know you better, get to know who you are, what you're about, and what you bring to this wrestling game. And we're super excited to learn more about you, get to know you even better, and just, you know, have an awesome time and have an awesome conversation, man. Like, we're so happy. Thank you so much for the time and the opportunity, brother. For real. Thank you.
I appreciate the invite to the platform, man. I like what you guys been doing for, you know, for the community, especially. You know what I mean? We definitely need it at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, man. Thank you very much. Yeah, we know that you're quite busy, so to be able to give us a little bit of your time, you know, we always very, very grateful. And in response to what you said, I mean, we want to thank you for what you do for the community in terms of, you know, because we always say representation counts and representation matters.
Yeah.
And you're out there and you're doing it and you're working hard and you know, you're doing it the old fashioned way. You put in the time, you're working diligently, you know, honing your craft, perfecting spots here and there. So it's just always great when we get to have role models like you that, you know, that not only Latino youth, but youth in general can look up to and say, you know, this is someone who's done it the right way and who's going about it in a proper manner. And that's, you know, I wish everybody would take a nod to that. So once again, thank you for your time. Muchísimas gracias. We really appreciate it. We don't want to take too much of your time, so we're gonna just kind of run into it if you don't mind. And I'm going to lead off with the staple question that we have. Eddie and I kind of have a staple question sandwich. We like to call it, you know, generally the first question and the last question are always kind of the same. Everything in between, that changes. Okay. But so first question that we have is, and it's actually funny that today is today's date because my primo over here posted something before on Instagram. So our first question is generally, what is your first memory of wrestling in terms of when you remember kind of catching your attention and noticing it and being like, oh, this is great? Because what we have is, Eddie and I have two different stories. My story is I remember, you know, growing up in the Bronx, you know, and sitting on my abuelito's lap and him just watching Lucha Libre on you know, Univision on the Spanish network there. Eddie, funny enough, his is the introduction of Kane into the WWE, which happened to be today's date.
Wow, it is.
Which is why I think this kind of funny. So nice. In honor of that, and in honor just as our staple question, do you recall what that moment was for you? Was it a matchup? Do you remember the match? Do you remember the stipulations? Do you remember the people? Like I mean, because sometimes it's just lost. Like I said, mine is more of an amalgam of a bunch of memories, but I remember just sitting there and watching it. But what stands out to you?
For me, my first match, see, back then, I wasn't allowed to watch wrestling because it was too violent in the Attitude Era. But my uncle in the Bronx, he had tapes and he used to record every show. He was a faithful fan. I popped one of his tapes. The first match I ever saw, and I remember to this day, it was The Rock versus Ken Shamrock for the Intercontinental title. Yeah,
that was a good one.
Yeah,
that was a good one.
My first match ever, and I just saw it from beginning to end. I was just glued, and I think that's why I was like, bro, I would love to do this one day. You know, like that was the match for me right there. Yeah.
Oh man, that's dope. I mean, that's a hell of a match. Because I think that was Rocky. Rocky took the belt from Shamrock on that one.
No, that night he lost, but he took it a little bit after.
He
Yeah.
took a little bit. Okay.
Right. Yeah, because I think Shamrock was defending that point,
Yeah,
right? Because
he was
he was
defending.
the captain.
Yep.
Yeah. I remember that one. Yeah. Oh, that's so good, man. All right. Okay, so now, Rozé, back to you, right? So the cool thing about coming to the shows and coming to see you guys, wherever you guys go, whether, well, in my case, it'd be in Tampa. The cool thing is like the interactions, right? Like I get to hang out with y'all before the show starts, even after, and even during, right? Sometimes the matches, you got to take a break, got to step away, and you guys are there. We all get to hang out and just tell stories and stuff like that. And I think that's an incredible fan experience. But I always wondered the name, right? You call yourself the Inspirational Rozé, right? And on that same note, like what inspired that name? Like where did that name come from? What direction are you going with when it comes to who the Inspirational Rozé is? Like, can you walk us through that? Could you explain the process and just let the people know who Rozé is?
Yeah. See, I came from a broken home growing up. It was just like it was rough for me and my sisters and my brother. So with the name, the Inspirational came. I used to go to CCW shows and just watch. I was new around the area, and I looked up. I googled biggest independent wrestling show, and Coastal Championship Wrestling popped up. So I was like, hey, it's Old Town. Let me go see what's up. This is right. This is fresh after the show Heels. I'm not sure if you guys watched it.
Right, I remember Heels with like Stars or something like that.
Yeah,
Netflix. Yeah.
It was a great show. I liked
it. Fresh after the first season, I went to go see CCW, and I'm like, okay, I'm not expecting much, and then out comes out the franchise, Cha Cha Charlie dancing merengue, and me being Dominican, I'm like, that's no way, bro. They got one of us out here. And
right.
I spoke to him after the show, and like, I was just chopping up, and I asked him like, what do you need to do to like get into the game? And he was the words I remember to this day. His words were like, "If you're really serious, give me a number, and I'll make it happen." 18 months later, look where I'm at.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Holy man. 18 months later. Holy cow, 18
man. 18 months later, yeah.
That's crazy. I mean, that has to be some kind of like whirlwind for you in terms of like where you are. Like, because I'm sure if you would have asked yourself 2 years ago where you see yourself in 2 years, it wouldn't have been wrestling in CCW. You know what I'm saying? Because I Googled the show and then went and just had a conversation and wasn't afraid to give my number to somebody. Like, that's insane, man. Your head must be spinning with all the stuff that comes with that.
Have you ever like been in a situation that you're like not sure if it's a dream or reality?
Yeah.
One time. That's currently where I'm at right now. It's like it's reality, but I'm like, am I really dreaming? This is really happening. So it's a cool experience.
You keep pinching yourself. You're like, come on,
definitely.
Come on. Wake up at some point.
Oh wow, bro, that's wild.
Yeah. Well, I mean, going back to what we do here in terms of wanting to spotlight Latino talent, and bring up the representation, because and especially in today's society, the way things are kind of going, there's very divisive things happening. So we always want to showcase the talents in terms of you representing your Dominican and Puerto Rican heritage. How did you let your culture kind of influence your wrestling style, your character? Was there like a certain swag, a certain vibe, a certain just phrase that you heard that just stuck with you? Like what have you incorporated? What kind of helped shape it?
Well, being a Latino from New York, a lot of my style comes from being a New Yorker, especially like uptown, downtown Brooklyn. So we're like the middle child of like our families that came from like overseas and from the island of Puerto Rico. A lot of us are raised in the States, especially in New York City, because New York City is very rough, bro. Growing up, you have almost every race in the world: Spanish, white, black. Every culture, and just growing up, they will humble you to like, first of all, get a reality check of who you see in the mirror. I have to humble myself before I humble anybody else. So I'm very harsh on myself because I can't sit here and pretend to be better than anybody else.
Right.
So as far as where my style comes from, it's very very New York, very rugged. You know, Timberlands, Nikes, Jordans. You know,
Yeah.
that's just the
Yeah.
culture I grew up with. So
Yeah, I mean that's New York. I mean, do you want speed or do you want like power, like Tim's or sneakers? What are you
Exactly.
doing here? That's as New
yeah,
York as you get it. It's
yeah,
Tim's or kicks. Like that's all you doing.
no
Yeah.
in between. You know, it's either or. So yeah, that's where it comes from.
Okay. All right. So then, you mentioned something a little bit earlier, 18 months in the game and you're
Yes.
already a champion. And, what was that like journey like as far as like training, and
Oof.
truly breaking into the
Wow.
game, right? Because it's one thing to say, yeah, no, hey, here, Cha-Cha, here's my number. Yeah, I'll be at training first thing in the morning. But then there's taking the first bump. Then there's taking the 100th bump.
Yeah.
Then there's getting through the day and you're just like, oh man, I gotta come back and do this again tomorrow. So can you just walk us through the journey? What's the hardest part about breaking into the wrestling business and what keeps you going, so far?
Wow. Was training. So when I reached out to Chacha, he gave me certain numbers to certain schools within my area. And I ended up in Storytellers. Now,
Okay.
Storytellers is a very old school private club. They don't have a head trainer. They pick like, whatever trainer's free. These are the students for the week and teach them something new. Now, the guy that trained me, he was trained under Rip Rogers.
Mhm.
So as far as like breaking into the game, they break you down mentally to see if you're gonna make it through the training session. You know what I mean? I was trained
Right.
very old school. It was like we're gonna break you down and then build you up. You
Wow.
know. So after the first 6 months of just drills and getting my cardio in, I guess the guys were like, all right, he's gonna hang. So now we could teach him like the psychology of the game and everything. You know.
Right.
Wow. Yeah. I mean, I didn't even know that still exists, right? Because I mean, I think our generation, as fans watching, television, watching how AEW operates, how, WWE with the PC and, hearing all these stories, you feel like the training's already set. So to hear that old school way of training of like, because you hear people like Undertaker say like, oh yeah,
Yeah.
before I was ever, what's it called, going into a school, it would be people that would just try to break you to take your money because they know you're never going to come back. But then if you make it through, they're like, all right, kid, I guess we could train you. So the fact that it's 2025 and that still exists is kind of wild. You know, you know what I mean? That's
No,
crazy.
definitely, definitely. But my school is not like the type of school they will just want to take your money and just to see if you're gonna survive. It's more
Of
like
course.
we'll give you a fair price, but the work it's all on you how
Yeah,
far you
Right.
want to take it. You
Right.
know.
that's
Right.
cool. Okay.
They're going to train everybody the same way. It's can
Exactly.
you handle the training and make sure you can get to the next side of it.
Yep. Exactly. Yeah.
Because if you can't, then I mean, there's nothing more we can do. Like we've
Right.
trained you the same way we've trained everybody else. So there's nothing else we can do for you. Like that.
Yep.
And
Yep.
that's. But I mean, it's kind of it sucks because we've heard we've had other wrestlers on who are like certain trainers are just violent and ill mannered and ill willed and shit like that.
Right.
So I mean, I think that there is a difference, and I'd like to kind of think that this is where your school lives in terms of still being rough without taking advantage and being abusive,
Yes.
Right.
and kind of not scolding you, but kind of setting you into line and knowing where it is without having to abuse you. Like I mean, things I liken it to like a fraternity. Like I'm not going to join your fraternity if you're going to beat me. You're not going to put your hands on me, and I'm going to say we really really cool later on.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
it's if it's cool guys hanging out, chilling, smoking, whatever. Okay, then we can hang, whatever. That's one thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
So it's nice. It's nice to see that there is that level of kind of teach them the proper way to do it and have a firm hand without being over the top.
Over
Yes.
the top.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
That makes
Which is great. That's fantastic. Well, I mean, that's great. Hopefully, if you're ever teaching anyone else, that's kind of the method you would go with it, because I mean, you're a testament to show that it works.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I
yeah.
still got time to grow. You know, I literally have like 6 months after I graduated from my school, so like things are moving a lot faster than I actually thought it would, in a sense. That makes sense.
Right. Yeah. No, of
But
course.
at the end of the day, I'm just grateful to be where I'm at. Not a lot of people get to go far and as fast as I'm going right now. So, I'm grateful
That's
for every
great.
opportunity that's coming this way at the end of the day.
Nice.
That's awesome,
Nice,
brother.
man.
Yeah.
That's great.
That's
You
great.
should be, man. Well, in terms of someone looking up to you and doing what you've done in in such a short time frame, who were some of your role models? Who were some of the people that were your biggest influences that kind of push you along into the game? Have you met any of them? Have they given you any advice? Because I know you came up, you said, in the Attitude Era watching that. So
Yeah.
there are some of those wrestlers still around. So who would you say are those people?
Number one that comes to mind is Mike Chioda. Mike Chioda has been one of those guys that taught me like the psychology, like all those stories he's been through, like try doing this and try this, and Mike Chioda's one of those guys that's definitely up there. And my first match was in front of him, so that's it. Beyond grateful, beyond humble at the end of the day. Um, Another one, obviously Cha Cha Charlie. He's the reason why I'm in the game right now. At the end of the day, he opened the door, and I just have to put in the work. So Cha-Cha and Mike Chioda has been the biggest influence, but as far as someone in the game now that's young and fresh, the dirty man, Devin Diaz, bro, he's the one that kept giving me like, bro, stay the course. You got this. Don't break. I believe in you. So shout out to you, Devin Diaz, man. I appreciate you. So yeah, man. Those three guys I think will be my biggest ones.
Nice, man.
Nice. Yeah. It's funny that you bring up Devin because he's on my radar. I've been watching a couple of things that he's been doing. I started following him recently. So,
Man,
there may be
bro,
a conversation in the future with him.
talk about a man that got his character intact, bro. That man, you just look at him, bro, he just stands out, bro. Like, he's one of those guys who's like, man, if I had that look, bro.
He has a look. Yeah.
Man, he got it, bro. He got it, man.
It definitely sparked some curiosity for sure.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And he's real good. He's a very humble dude, He's very nice. So I believe he's the future of Florida wrestling, in my opinion.
Oh wow,
Yeah.
that's high praise.
High praise. Yeah, man. Wow.
I'm calling it now, bro. He's the future of Florida pro wrestling,
Wow. Okay. All right. Entonces, okay, so Rozé, so let's check this out then. So, going back into like the reason why we love talking to talent at all levels, right? Because we like to talk to the 30-year vets, we like to talk to the 15-year vets, but we definitely like to talk to those that are new into the game because us as fans want to learn more of how that works, right? The ins and outs, the training, all these things. So with that same frame of thought, like in 18 months, what has been the biggest challenge that you faced so far in professional wrestling? Like, what is something that you're like, oh man, I had no idea I was going to come across this? You know what I mean? Or has it happened yet?
Oh, it's a lot of things happen, bro. I think the number one for me is using what I learned training wise, psychology, into the independent scene. It's very different, like, because let's keep it real, WWE is the standard. They've been out for the longest,
Right.
So I was trained by a lot of guys that have been in WWE. So try to fit that in the independent circuit where like AEW's like the new young company. They showcase the new style of wrestling, fast paced, high flying,
Right.
So try to mix that with my old school training. Sometimes it's not a challenge. It's more like, how can I put psychology so my opponent can understand? This will probably be benefit us now, down the road in the match. So
right.
It's not a big deal. It's just challenging for me coming from an old school train of thought, because I'm a big fan of 80s wrestling, just the psychology of it, the why you're doing this move, what purpose did you do this move to go into this move, So,
right.
But that's just the way I was trained at the end of the day,
It seems like it's kind of storytelling.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
Like you're working on your storytelling. Like,
Yep.
like this happened because I did this, and this is going to lead here, and you want to get the fluidity of your story and how it's kind of moving along and progressing.
Yes. Yeah.
That's exactly what it is. Okay, so with the inspirational Rozé, right? So I just say it and I smile, right? Because it just happens. So as using that name, that moniker right there, the inspirational Rozé. So when you step through those ropes as the inspirational Rozé, would you say you're role model? Would you say you're entertainer? Or would you say you're truly a hybrid of both when you cross those ropes?
I want to say I'm a hybrid of both. More because, like I said, I grew up in the rough part of New York, and I did a lot of things in my teenage years, bro. That Jesus Christ is like I could write a whole BET movie on it, bro. It's
Oh
insane.
man.
Yeah, but why
But
BET though?
well,
Why
like
not?
you know,
Representation, man.
yeah, man.
This fool. No, freeform. ABC Family.
But yeah,
Out of here.
I'm a mixture of both because from where I come from, a lot of guys where we come from don't make it. Like we just don't make it. But we got guys like Mike Santana that can. He's from the Bronx. That he made it. He said he has an inspirational story himself, bro. Like he's coming from the rough part of town, and look where he's at now. He's on WTV. So it's like I think I'm a mixture of both because it's something my mom used to say. It's not how you start, it's how you finish. And
Right.
I'm far from finishing. This is just the beginning of my story that I'm able to share. But I wanna be known for, like, you know what? No matter where you come from, you can always change and find passion, and if you put in the work, you can make it happen.
Yeah,
Nice.
good.
Nice, nice.
Yeah, okay. I like that. And you're right. I mean, I think that honestly, that's really what shifted the show in not necessarily in that main direction, because we definitely have a great time speaking to talent of all backgrounds and cultures, right? So we want to have that connection with everybody. But in talking like to the Ortiz, the Steve Max, the Angel Medinas, there's certain things, in their stories and what they've done to come through to give more opportunities for Latino talent to have a little bit more screen time or more exposure or more of us out there, which is, I think, is tremendous. I mean, do we get fair shakes? I mean, Ariel and I always talk about this all the time, but do we, as a culture, sometimes get fair shakes when it comes to title matches and title reigns and stuff like that? No. Should we be grateful that we had the time? Sure. But like sometimes we compare to others and it's like, well, how come this person got like a 2-year run, but then this person got 3 month run, and why? You know what I
And
mean?
got their ass kicked all 3 of those months.
Right, exactly.
Tell me about it.
You know what I mean? And that's one of the
Mhm.
frustrations that we see, but we're not naive and we're not stupid either, in the sense of, like, we also do recognize that there are more of us out there in every promotion. There's a lot of Latino talent in AEW, a lot of WWE,
Yeah.
a lot in the independent scenes. And I think that's a beautiful thing because, you know, um, like Ariel always says, and like what we always say is, like, representation matters. And I
Yeah.
think that's fantastic. And I think that's what makes it exciting, because we get to see ourselves in it,
Mhm.
and we're more than just lucha. We're more than just Mexicanos. We got Dominicans, we got Chileans now. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
awesome. It's
You
a
do.
beautiful thing.
Bro, I think that wrestling is the hottest it's ever been now and ever before. Like, and especially with the rise of
Absolutely.
like the internet and YouTube and social media, bro, man, I think this is right now it's the best time to be a wrestling fan, in my opinion.
No, we agree, because people are having matches
Mm-hmm.
that don't have to be on WWE or AEW
Oh.
anymore. The
Mm-mm.
fact that, this past weekend, you got, some of the Primos for Life alumni wrestling each other up in New York or in
Nice.
Texas or this and that. And then you're just watching this and you're just like, man, we could watch this on YouTube now. We could watch
Yeah.
it on Roku. We could watch it
Yep.
on Fight TV. It's
Yeah.
fantastic. It really is.
Yeah, there's much more
I
to,
agree.
much more
Yeah.
to pick from. A lot more of array of selection. It's a wider variety now.
Yeah, it's a
with
big
with all the
variety.
independent promotions, right? Which is, I mean, that's not necessarily the worst thing. I'm never going to complain if I have a lot of options.
Not at all,
Yeah.
right?
Exactly. Okay, Rosé, entonces, mira, so, since our primos are learning about you, through this episode, through this conversation, if you could want to take this opportunity to let them know, like, what's a match or a moment of yours that you would, like, want them, or recommend for them to go watch, to really get a feel and an understanding of who Rosé is. Like, is there a match out there on YouTube, or is there something on your social media page that, fans and the primos could check out and say, hey, this guy is fantastic? You know what I mean? Like, where can they see you at there in that regards?
I will give you my favorite match so far. It will be my second match ever. It's me and Cha Cha
Mhm.
Charlie. It was a tag team gauntlet match for the Anniversary 8 show for Bree Combination Wrestling and Shadow Wrestling
Okay.
Alliance. Second match
Okay.
ever. We came out first, and it was a battle of 5 teams, and I think we eliminated 2 out of the 5. So that's the match I would recommend everybody to watch. It's on my Facebook, Rozé all day. Yeah, give that one a watch. And second match ever. Let me know how I did.
Yeah.
Just put it right there in the comments. If it's on the book, you just put it in the comments.
Yeah, put it in the comments. Yeah, give me
thumbs up, the crying emoji, whatever.
Everything. I take all critiques, all critiques.
That's surprising. Okay, see that I like that answer because my next question was actually gonna speak about what I was thinking you were gonna lean to when Eddie asked that question in terms of your recent championship win.
Yes.
In terms of being maybe that moment that you would want people to watch, but you didn't. You went with something else. But in terms of that championship win, especially being in the game for such a short period of time as you have been, in terms of just 18 months, like you said, 6 months coming out of school, or fully training and learning. What did that championship win mean to you in terms of like, this is like, there's a rocket on my back right now and they're putting their faith in me, and like, so what does that feel like 6 months
Wow.
into what you think is your professional start?
I'm gonna be honest. It was a surreal moment. Like it's like my childhood dream just finally came true in a sense. You know what I mean? Because I started wrestling kind of late, unfortunately, but being able to win a championship within 6 months is like, first and foremost, I'm happy that a company just has that faith in me. One, and to be the first champion for this title, because I'm the first one ever, the inaugural champion, is now I have to set a standard, of what this champion is supposed to be. So it's, at first I was like very excited, then I was nervous, but now it's like, now it's not the time. I gotta represent. I'm the first Phoenix Crown champion, first Latino Phoenix Crown champion, first champion ever for this belt. So it's like the pressure's on, the bullseye's on my back, and I defend it wherever, anytime they want, whenever they want.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's right. Take on all comers, man. That's it. You ain't afraid. They scared of nobody.
Anybody.
Let's go. No.
I can wrestle all day long, man. Just let me know.
Let's go. Iron Man match right meow. Let's go.
Oh, man, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Entonces, Rozé, mira, I want to circle back on something that you said a little bit earlier about your upbringing in New York and having the rough upbringing, right?
Yeah.
So with that kind of past, and now fast forwarding to the start of your wrestling career and where you at now, you know the term inspirational, that ties a lot of positivity, a lot of great things, and like the kids say, great vibes, right? You know what I mean? Your great aura, right? All that crap that they all say, right?
Your Riz, what is it? The Riz,
risen,
right?
you got
Riz, man.
You got Riz, man. but with all that being said, like, how do you keep that inspirational mindset strong on days where things don't go your way, either that be in the ring or in life? Like, how do you get through those moments?
I'm gonna be honest, just keep it 1 foot forward and just remembering as to why you got into the wrestling game in the first place. I think that's what you have to what everybody I think, in my opinion, what everybody should remember, because there's gonna be a lot of time, creatively speaking, it doesn't go your way because you see one thing, they see another way, and then there's always turmoil, there's always like a clash. But I just try to remember as to, I got in the game to put on a good show, and that's my first and foremost before anything. Put on the show and being grateful that I got the opportunity to be in the ring with a guy like Cha Cha Charlie, be in the ring with a guy like Odyssey, Big O. It's just like, yeah, man, it's just remember why you got to the game and why you fell over in the first place is the reason why I keep that I'm saying, inspirational mentality.
Yeah, that's nice, man. I love that.
That's man. A positive thought. There's so much negativity around the world, man. To have that positivity just constantly around, that's beautiful. It's a good light. It's a good light.
Yeah, man. Sure. And honestly, just like the kids, bro, just coming out, and as soon as I come out those curtains, and then you hear those kids just cheering, it's just that puts a big smile in my heart, bro. Is because I never thought I'd be the type to sit here and entertain a crowd and don't cheer for me and don't like me, so it's just a real moment for me at the end of the day.
Yeah, pero no te hagas el loco, right? Because you be coming out with them roses, and you be, you know what you be doing, bro. You be picking the lovely ladies of the night and be like, toma,
He's no fool,
for
man. He's no
you,
fool.
para ti.
He's not a fool, man.
Well, my moniker is the inspirational Rozé, the one fellas want to hate and soccer moms want to date, man. So it fits the
There you
program.
go. See, he's got all part of the angle. It's all part of the angle, man. It's designed. It's
Yes, sir.
designed.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, no, I just gotta give him a hard time, man. Because every show I go, man, he starts off with like a bouquet of flowers and it's down to one, and I'm like, bro, already the night hasn't even started yet. What are you doing?
Well, you gotta interact with fans, and one thing somebody taught me, which is funny, how the way I use the rules to come out, because back in 9/11, you know what happened to the towers? They fell. And then the year after, we had the first memorial for Ground Zero, and everybody came with roses. Roses was the first flower they put, on the memorial, and that I took that inspiration because there was a lot of people, a lot of Latinos, a lot of family that was there, and they don't have nobody to represent them, especially with that tragedy. So the rose became a symbol for that, and
Right.
that's how everything.
Beautiful.
That's how everything came together, Rose.
That's nice, man. Oh man,
It's the little details.
that's a fun little detail. I mean, that's great. So, all right, well, we'll say so in terms of not just in the ring, but outside of the ring, like what keeps you, because I mean to become a wrestler, right, you have to have that love, you have to have that want, that desire, that grounding. Like what keeps you driven outside of wrestling, like when you're not the inspirational Rose, when you're, because obviously your desire to want to be a wrestler has been great and that's why you've done what you've done, but what keeps you grounded outside to get you to just your normal life? What is it, your family, is it, like what is it?
It's gonna sound very cliche, but the gym keeps me steady and focused. I dedicate myself 4 to 5 times a week. Just be in the gym. Make sure my mental's first of all intact, because without your mental, nothing falls in place, And after that, it's my children. So the gym and my kids is what keeps me one step at a time. One foot in front of the other.
Focused. So, I mean, I mean, that's family and your body.
Yeah,
It's keeping your mind right, your body right, and your family right. I
exactly.
mean, if those three things are all boxes that are checked,
Yeah,
good, right?
yeah. Something's on balance, Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Entonces, okay, Rose, entonces, you mentioned earlier a couple of things about in the independent wrestling, and obviously bringing up Devin again. You claiming that he'll be the future of like Florida wrestling.
Yep.
Pero that's another Latino, right? So Latino wrestling itself, is on the rise, right? We're getting shows where it's driven specifically by Latin talent and things
Yeah.
like that. So with Latino wrestling on the rise, where do you see yourself fitting in this new wave of Latino talent making big moves? Like, do you have any ideas or any, like plan of like, okay, the inspirational Rose, this is phase one, like, but in order to stand out and keep going and keep getting booked and getting my name bigger and bigger, is there like the next phase, the next version of Rose? Like, have we even thought about that or figure that out yet? Or we're just gonna see, if it ain't broke, don't fix it kind of situation? Like, what are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, this is just the tip of the iceberg as far as who Rose really is. You're seeing, what you're seeing is what you're seeing. The guy that's coming in, that's hungry, saying that he just won his first title. Now, where we go from here, you're just gonna have to stay tuned and watch, because it's only gonna get a roller coaster of emotions from here on out. I have a lot of things planned up, a lot of things lined up the way I wanted to. So I'll say stay tuned for that one and just watch, bro, because it's gonna get hectic. It's gonna get hectic.
Oh man.
Yeah, man.
I mean, it's something to look forward to, right? I
Yeah.
mean, you got to keep the fans enthralled. You got to keep them guessing. You got to keep them wanting. You got to keep them yearning. So
Yeah.
you're doing the right thing. Yeah,
Yeah,
you just saw. Well, I mean, I got a kind of a fun question that I want to throw at you. All right, so inspirational Rose. Here we are, right? He's He's up. He's called up. He's at WWE. He is there. It is Mania. It is about to go down. Your entrance music hits. Who is the musical artist, or is it like a live salsa band? What is that entrance like in your mind? That moment that you're like, bang! Like, what is that entrance?
Wow. Oh man.
Yeah.
If I could make it happen, there's a bachata song by this artist called Joe Veras, right? And the song is titled El Hombre de Tu Vida.
Okay.
Now, the song is about a man that's been going through a lot of hardships, but he's in love with drinking, he's in love with women, and he's in love with music. For me, it'd be two out of the three, but I'm in love with wrestling.
That's 3 and 3. It's the trifecta.
You know? So yeah, I think that will be my entrance theme because I think it fits me perfectly as far as like where my character is, you know.
That's great. That's a real answer. And I think that's the one thing Eddie and I love to do when we do these interviews, you know, with talent, is because, you know, everyone always just kind of jumps on that board, you know, wrestling is fake, it's predetermined, it's this, it's that. And we always want to showcase like the wrestlers and the people that are behind it to show that there is these stories, these honest individuals, these you know, full-hearted, great people with, you know, souls and everything. Yeah. So to hear when you can come up with an answer like that and it's something that people can relate to, I think that is exactly why we're doing these interviews, to do what we do, especially with Latino talent, once again, to feel that connection amongst each other, you know, as a people and as a race. So that's great, man. I think now I'm going to go listen to it. So now I have to.
You got to listen to it, bro. You got to. You understand why as soon as you listen to it. You might start dancing. Okay. You might start dancing, you know. Trust me.
It's gonna be my most played track on Spotify next week.
Definitely. Okay, you know what? My primo got a fun question. Okay, I want to throw a fun question in there then. All right, so check this out. You know, you just won your championship belt, right? You're the first one. You're the face of the company. The company believes in you. All these things. The match is over. You go to the back, and you start getting ready to head home. What is the first meal that Rozé has after a victory, as such as monumental as that? Your first title. What's the first meal you're eating?
Mofongo.
Mash him up,
bro. Mofongo, bro. You know how it is.
Now wait a second. Are you like chicharrón mofongo or like just mofongo?
Just
believe it or not, I went to this restaurant in Kissimmee. It's called Paisanos. I will tell you they had a shrimp mofongo, and I recommend it, bro.
Really?
Yeah. A shrimp mofongo. And right now that's my favorite mofongo thus far.
Really?
I mean, that sounds incredible.
I mean, coming from New York, because I'm in Jersey, so I know New York, and I grew. My grandparents lived in the Bronx. I know Eddie lived in Brooklyn. Like, so for you to say that's your favorite mofongo is in Kissimmee, what?
Yeah.
What?
I don't know if they came off the boat, bro, but that food is seasoned to perfection, bro. I'm telling you.
They jumped right out, took the vest off, and started cooking.
Yeah, it started in the kitchen. Let's go.
But then what are you drinking with that mofongo? Like, what do you?
Un jumbo, presidente, mi hermano. You already know.
Presidente, okay. I just wanted to make sure. You know what I mean? You can't, something that delicious, you cannot wash it down with an ice cold presidente.
You have to. It's a must. It's like Dominican tradition at this point, you know?
Yeah. Facts. That's good.
Hey, Rose, let's see. Once again, these are why we like doing these, especially these fun questions, because it's a chance to get behind the curtain on everything.
Yeah.
So we're gonna finish the sandwich that I said to you we were gonna start about 40 minutes ago. So here we go. In terms of so you got your song playing. Right. You've got your entrance. You're there. It's the song that you said, you know, and then you have your mofongo waiting for you and your presidente waiting for you, right? Who is that dream match against? What is the stipulation of that dream match? And I would assume it's going to take place at Mania. But so who is that match against? What's the stipulation? And then let's ask that same question with a legend. So let's say, what current wrestler would you want to do it with? And then what legend would you want to do it with? Now, mind you have your entrance already. Your entrance is locked and loaded. You got it. I forget the name of the song, so I'm not going to try and mess it up. And you have your presidente and your mofongo here. Okay, so all we need is the middle of that sandwich. Who is it?
Wow, Jesus, this is a lot to pick from, bro. Like, because I'm a fan of wrestling before. I mean, I know you're supposed to be a worker, then a fan, but I'm a fan first because I like to fall in love with pro wrestling all the time. But and have it my way, it will be a triple threat. Me versus 30 Devin Diaz versus Cha Cha Charlie Armenia.
Wow. So all of you guys are signed. That's wild.
Mind you, we got the Puerto Rican, we got the Dominican, and you got me that's in between of both of them. So anything can happen, you know?
Wow.
Yeah, that to me that would be my dream match, you know, going forward. But a legend. Back to wrestle a legend.
A legend.
Yeah.
A legend.
Wow, man. There's so many though.
Whether it's somebody retired, whether it's somebody, you know, who's no longer with us, you know, rest in peace. Who do you think?
Yeah.
Man, if I could pick one, and I don't like picking one, but if I could pick one because of my finisher, I'm gonna say Eddie Guerrero.
Oh man, that's always the go-to. Yeah, Eddie's the go-to, man.
I mean,
Frog Splash versus Frog Splash, Mexico versus Dominican Republic, aka Little Puerto Rico. A clash, bro. A clash. I think that would be phenomenal, man.
I think that would be one hell of a match.
Rest in peace, Eddie, bro. Rest in peace, bro.
Absolutely.
Legend.
Absolutely. All right, so man. So we got see Eddie, we got it. We got the entrance, we got the opponent, and we got the meal.
Yes, sir. That's all we need.
Hey, okay, wait, hold on though. Okay, so I like your answers and I like the way Ariel set everything up, but I want to make it a little bit fun now since we got a little bit of extra time.
All right.
He's gonna ask you what movie you watching as you fall asleep.
No. Storyline purposes, right? Because you know your training is old school based, right? So post Mania, like to set up the next story for the next PLE, et cetera, who goes over in the triple threat, and then who goes over in the Legends match? Yeah.
Damn, that's a good one. Jesus. Oh. This is why I'm glad Booker exists, because they could get to pick, you know, but
yeah.
Oh man, if
now, and understand this, no one's gonna be mad at you if you say you to both the answers.
Yeah, I mean, for sure. I mean, yeah.
No one's gonna be mad at all.
But because I am old school and I was trained the old school way, I will say Devin Diaz is going over, bro.
Wow.
Devin Diaz is going over.
Wow. That's unselfish right there.
Only because he, out of the three of us for that match, he's the youngest. So he has the most time to grow, and I think putting him over will succeed with the whole Latino community, bro. You know, I think that'll be the smartest decision. But as far as me and the legend, I gotta go over, bro. I gotta go over.
You gotta get that win over Eddie.
I gotta go over.
Of course, man.
I've been getting a lot of, not to toot my own horn, but I've been getting a lot of praise for the way I do my frog splash. So, and I think it's a pretty one. So I think I should go over in that one, you know, just keep the frog splash alive. You know?
Oh man.
I'll buy it, man. I'll buy it. Shoot.
I like it.
Yeah, because I mean, be realistic. I mean, if it's frog versus frog splash, you know, I think you got a shot. I think we're good to go. It's a beautiful splash.
Yeah, one day, bro. One day I'll get to hit it. Maybe WWE, maybe AEW. Who knows, bro? It's still early.
Who knows? That's it.
Yeah.
Plenty of time. 18 months in, right?
Yeah.
18 months in. We're in the infancy stages. You still learning to walk by some accords, you know?
Yep, definitely.
So definitely. Yeah, man. That's great. Well, I mean, Rozé, I don't know, you know, what else to say outside of, you know, thank you so much, man, for giving us your time, your knowledge, you know, especially being in the game and being such a quick study and a young rookie who's got this rocket on his back right now. What we always want to do is we want to give our talent, or the talent, not our talent, the talent, when they're here, an opportunity to let everybody know where they can find you: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. I will refuse to call it X. Twitter, YouTube, anything like that. Please, please, please let all of the primos around who listen, let them know where they can find you, where they can see you. Any information you got, the floor is yours.
If you want to find me on social media, it's Rozé with the E and the cheque. Space all day on all platforms. For Instagram, just put a dot in the middle and I'll pop up. All my matches, pictures, all my networking is there. So give me a shout out, give me a follow, and give Primos for Life a follow, because they're awesome, you know?
Thank you, brother.
Appreciate
So,
you,
guys,
brother.
that's Rozé, Roze with the little thing on top. All right,
Yep.
that's a Z, not the S. All right, so
Yep.
please, we want to make sure he gets all his love and all the flowers that he deserves, because he does deserve it. We're talking about a man who's been in the game not a very long time, and he's got gold to show for it. So,
Yes, sir.
this is one of the ones.
This shirt is actually inspired by you guys, because this is I want to show you guys. You know what I'm saying? My Yimbas for life, you know?
Yeah.
Nicely done.
Inspired by Primos for life. Thank you for the idea, you know, kind of representing you guys.
Nicely done. Nicely
Yeah.
done.
Oh, man, that's awesome. Oh, but because when you saw it on Cha-Cha, you were like, oh, man, I got to make that.
Yeah, I saw it on Cha. I'm like, man, that would be dope if you could use it for like a tag team. And then I was like, let me make some concepts. I hit up my guy, boy. He sent it to me. I was like, I love it. Make it happen.
Oh, thanks,
I
man.
noticed that before too, because I saw it at the top of your shirt, and I'm like, I'm trying to see what is it, what letter is that? I'm trying to figure that out.
Yeah,
Mayimbe. That's genius, man.
For those people who don't know what a Mayimbe is, it's a Dominican.
Yes, please.
It's a Dominican slang that means a playboy. You know, a tigre. That's what it is. You know. So,
Tigre.
You know,
tigre. I love it, my man, tigre, bro.
You know, Mayimbe is for life, baby.
Ya tú sabes, baby. Ya tú sabes, tigre.
Yeah.
No, but oh my gosh. All right. Well, Rozé, again, a million thanks. Thank you for what you do. Thank you for the representation. Thank you for the time. Like I really mean it, guys. Like, you know, to our primos that are listening, Rozé, he is truly the man. He is a fantastic person. You know, when you go to these shows, if you want to laugh, if you just want to dance, if you just want to have a good old time, you know, Rozé.
Whatever emotion you want to get out, you go see the inspirational Rozé, and he will bring that emotion out of you.
You know,
yes, sir. Yes, sir. And guys, man. Once again, thank you for putting me on your platform. I know I've been trying to reach you guys. You guys are so busy. I appreciate what you guys do for the community, man. You guys are awesome, man. Keep it up.
Thank you very much. Listen, please do not let this be the last time that we are talking. We want to make sure that we always extend invitations to come back. So whenever you want to come back, brother, you let Eddie know. You let me know. Hit me up on Instagram. We're gonna follow each other and everything. You
definitely
let us know if you want to just come and chat and watch like go over a PLE with us. Like, hey man, let's talk Survivor Series. Like, great, bro, come on. We'll talk. Man.
Awesome, definitely.
Don't be a stranger, brother. Please, man. You are a primo for life now, man.
Yes, sir.
So we thank you so much for your time, and I don't want to cut Eddie off. I'm sorry. I feel like I did.
No, man. No, you're rocking it, brother. You're rocking it. Again, Rozé, you're the man. You're the best. We got mad love for you, and we can't wait to see your journey unfold. And if this is what you've done in 18 months, we can't wait to see the full 2-year mark, the 3-year mark. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised.
I want to see 18 years. I want to see we're at 18 months. Let's see where we are in 18 years.
Yeah, I want to see too. Hopefully I still have hair by then.
My Yimbas for life. It's just got some gray hair now.
Yeah. My Yimbas
for life. Muchísimas gracias. Thank you from the culture, baby. Muchísimas gracias. Stay being you, representing us, man. Thank you so much.
Gracias por tenerme aquí. Gracias.
All right, brother. Take care, my man.
You too.
Nice.
Thank you, guys. Later.
Oh man, what a good time, right? Isn't he awesome?
That was fun. He's a fun dude, man.
Yeah.
He's a fun dude. He's definitely. I used this, I think, for Danny the other day, but he's an everyman.
Yeah.
He's like okay, yeah. Like, this is the guys. Like, we're hanging out, having a couple drinks, or watching wrestling. You know what? Yeah, let's try that. I think I can do that.
Yeah.
Look where he is 18 months later.
Yeah, man.
Got gold around his waist.
I'm saying, bro, he's like, and I really mean it when I'm hanging out with them, during the show, and I get to see him and Cha-Cha, and we're just like, you would think that we've known each other for years, the way that we all get along, and we start talking and sharing stories and exciting, like, what if you guys did this and that? And oh my gosh, it's so much fun. And he's really a good time. And then I think it's really cool. And I didn't want to put him on blast, but I think it's really cool that, to get to a level of connection, because we're still establishing a friendship, right? I'm not gonna say he's my best friend, right? But it's awesome to know that, like, when he's posting pictures with the belt, because once he got that belt, man, he was like posting it everywhere. He was like, I'm over here, I'm over there with the belt.
Yeah, man,
and I'm like, bro, you take a shower with that belt? Like, what are you doing? And he's just like, I mean, why not, right? I'm the champion. And he's just man, he's fun, and he's awesome with it. Yeah. No, he's good people, brother. So I'm really glad we got a chance to, learn more about him and let our primos learn more about him. And yeah, man, just watch out for his shows. Look him up on the social media. He's awesome. He's awesome.
He's a good dude. He's a good dude, man. He's a down to earth guy, family guy. He just wants to go to the gym, get his workout on, make sure his kids are good. It's kind of the trifecta of the same thing. It's like I want to make sure there's food on my table, there's a roof over my head, and there's clothes on me and my kids' back. Exactly. And that's that. So that's the measure of a man right there, and I respect the hell out of him for that. And he's a great dude. He's a good dude on top of it. So please, everybody, primos, please go, look him up. Rozé, Roze with the little not the ampersand. I forget what that thing is called, but the strike on it. So please go look him up. Go look him up because he's great. And I want to thank him again for taking the time to do that.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Bueno, como siempre, Beamer, let's take this opportunity to go ahead and thank the rest of our primos for taking the time to listen, to like, to subscribe, to share, to comment. Primosforlife.com. Thank you so much. We get the numbers. We see the traction. More and more folks keep looking at our stuff.
Please pass it along. Smash the like button. Share. We've had a bunch of episodes that have come out that recently that have been more of us just kind of critiquing, which I think kind of some people kind of dig. They're like, I had a couple of people at work tell me like, yeah, that was a good one because you guys were just kind of like annoyed the way we're annoyed. And I was like, okay, cool. We're connecting. So please go on there, guys. Primosforlife.com. Like Eddie said, you can find us Instagram, YouTube, all this stuff. We do take a look and notice who's how many likes and stuff we have. So please, if you know anyone who wants to, just even chat or maybe even possibly listen to it, give them a share, let them know. This is always a much more fun ride when we know you're on it with us and you guys are still here and we love you for it. And we can't thank you enough for it. And we want to continue to do it. So please help us to do so. And by doing that, you can just show us whatever love you can. We really, really appreciate it. Muchísimas gracias a todo.
Muchísimas gracias a todo.
Yeah. Well, on that one, Eddie, you know what? I'm going to toss it to you.
I knew it was coming.
See if there's anything you got left to say.
Entonces, como siempre, what do we normally say? I forget.
Oh my God, dude! I put the kid on the spot and he's frozen solid. Let it go.
I was just like,
let it go.
What do you say? Oh, we will see you when we see you.
Oh my God. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll see you when we see you. We love you. Thank you so much. Good night, everybody. Thank you, Rozé. We'll see you when we see you, dude. Come on, man.
Take care.
It's like what we do.
Take care.
This guy over here.
Take care.